and possibly a strange case of accidental left wing, an OAN activist wants to do a socialism on guns. Weird. Now, this is conservative activist Rogan O'Handley, which is already a fun name. And what he's going to do is he's going to start out this segment. First, you've got the host here. He's going to talk about how the left wants to grab your guns. And then he's going to kind of make the opposite point. Take a look.
They constantly are coming up with new ideas, new law suggestions, and ultimately they would like for us to be unarmed. They would like to take away our guns, and they'll do anything they can to get to that goal.
America owns more guns than 50% of the planet. There are more guns than people in this country. God bless the Second Amendment and our founding fathers. I am absolutely loving seeing these huge gun numbers.
Okay. Now, this is funny because the conservative argument is if we have more guns, that's going to make us safe. Oh, he just pointed out that we're swimming in guns. We're a country of 330 million people, and we have half the world's guns. We are packed. We are armed to the teeth. By his logic, we should be the safest country in the world. I mean, we should have no crime, no mass shootings, no rapes, no violent crime, nothing like that, no lootings. And yet, here we are. I think we lead the world in mass shootings. And so those numbers, they don't really help you, especially when you're trying to make the argument, the left is coming for your guns. They're going to take your guns. They hate the Second Amendment. They're going to come for your guns. Obama came for your guns too. Really? Did he? Did he come for your guns? The same segment, by the way, is just like Obama was really good for the gun industry because every time he opened his mouth, the guns would fly off the shelves. Well, that would seem to indicate that your Second Amendment seems to be safe because you're still buying guns and everybody's got guns. Everybody's got guns. But here's where it gets strange. Here's where it gets into the socialisms. Take a look.
You know, the typical people that already own a gun or two or more, down in Florida, we call that a good start. But we're getting a lot of new first-time buyers, people that have never owned a gun in their life, who are looking around and seeing BLM and Antifa burning down, courthouses, police stations, watching police let them just run ramshot on these communities, looting, violence, murder. And they're saying, you know what? These guys are also calling to defund the police. Maybe I have to look at protecting myself and my family. Maybe I should start exercising my constitutional rights to keep and bear arms. And I will say I'm in the camp where I think we should actually have subsidies for gun ownership in this country. We subsidize school, housing, everything. Why are we not subsidizing guns? That's a constitutional right and one of the most important. Very happy to see these huge numbers.
Why are we not subsidizing guns? There is something really kind of fucked up about a political movement that does not want to guarantee health care to every single American citizen, but wants to guarantee guns for every American citizen. It's almost like a bad episode of Pawn Stars, right? You want health care? Best I can do is free guns, guys. Sorry. It's such a ridiculous idea on its face, especially from people who hate the government. Like, I hate the government. I want to stockpile arms against the government. No, but guess what? The government wants to give you free guns. Yes, I love the government. Jesus. And look, here's the thing. I'm not even against gun ownership. Yes, you are statistically more likely to shoot yourself or a family member if you have a gun in your house. This is true. We have evidence of this. But at the same time, we do have a Second Amendment right to own those guns, to have those guns in our home. And so that's a risk that you take. If you're going to have guns in your house, you're more likely to die by them. And you should probably know that. The other ridiculous thing here, though, is the reason, right? And so, again, he's like, before he went to subsidizing guns, he's talking about scary Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Well, that's racist as hell. It really, what's going on here is white nationalists are causing a lot of the violence. Again, the number one source of domestic terrorism in the country, it's coming from right-wing anti-government groups, members of the far right, Proud Boys, and you have the sovereign citizens movements, things like that. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists, police brutality. And yes, while there have been riots, those have been pretty small scale. Let's be honest. There's like a burning down a store, or like an Arby's or something, smashing some windows out. Not good. I don't agree with that. But look at it in the context. Burn a store, smash a window, as a result of police murdering an unarmed person, black person. Imagine being more concerned about the store itself versus a life that has just been unjustly taken, brutally taken. It's kind of fucked. People apparently are more important or less important than property to them. For me, I think that people are more important than property. I know, weird, but I guess it's because I'm a humanist. And by the way, that doesn't mean that you have carte blanche to go and burn down a store, but just you got to understand the situation for what it is. As for BLM and Antifa that are killing people, nobody's killed more people in recent years than police and white nationalists. That's a fact. How many people has BLM killed? Is there an accurate count on that? Where are the murders that you're talking about? He keeps talking about, they're burning down the cities and they're murdering people. Where's that evidence? Where are the people that are being murdered? Where? And by the way, with what? What are they being murdered by? Or with? Interesting. So this is essentially trying to scare some racist white people into getting more guns. That's essentially what it is. And that's their audience. Again, One American News, far right. It is interesting, though. I've never seen socialism for guns before, so at least you got to give them credit for being innovative. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.